let's see how we can make a hash. So I open up a blank file in Notepad and I key in, I do not agree to sell you my property. Now, I'm going to save this file. I'm going to call this file test hash. Save. It says I do not agree to sell you my property. Step number 1, make the file, which I just did. Step number 2, let's go make a hash out of this file. Here we go. So I go onto the internet, I go to hash.online-convert.com/ now I can choose any one of these hash encryptions. I chose the first one, Adler32, and this screen pops up. Now, what do I want to do? I'm going to choose a file to make an Adler32 checksum out of. Alright, let me click on choose file, and I'm going to key in the name of my file, which was testhash.txt. There it is, this guy here. Now I click on open. Let's see what happens. There's my file. Now I want to generate an Adler32 checksum of the file. That means I want to make a hash out of this. So I scooch on down to here where it says convert the file, and I click on convert file. There it goes. And give it a second. Your hash has been successfully generated. This is the hash of that file. Now what I want to do is grab a picture of this. So I'm going to copy this like so. And then I'm going to put this here into a paintbrush file like so. And I'm going to label it. This was the test hash.txt file. And this was my hash right here. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to my original file. I do not agree to sell you my property, it says. And now I'm going to change it. I do not agree. I completely agree. So somebody has gone in there and changed this file, and now it says something totally different. So now let's do file and save. Let's go back and do a hash of this file now and make a comparison. I go back to hash.online-convert.com Adler32 generator, and I come over here to choose file, and it's going to be test hash. There it is. Click on test hash and now open, and there's my file again. Now I'm going to generate another hash. Click on convert file. It's doing the work, and here's my hash converter. There's my new hash. Let's compare the old hash and the new hash. I get my old hash up here, and now I paste in the new one. There we go. Let's compare them. Oh, immediately you see the big difference. They're totally different. Move this just a tad closer. Hex 302F 847A, Hex 302F 847, Hex 32F 847A, base 64, MC8HHH0. Oh, wow. Completely different. So the first hash of the file, this guy here, number 1, and the second hash of the file, this guy here, number 2, don't match, which tells you what has occurred. Tampering. It is not the original. So a hash simply gives you a true or false answer to the question, has anyone tampered with the original data? And in our case, the answer is yes. There has been tampering. So how do you know there's been no tampering? Very simple. The before and after hash, these two, they don't match.